following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Media Creators Co-op, and following the championship weekend that was, we know now who will be representing the AFC and the NFC in the Super Bowl 2 weeks from now. To my left, we are joined by the one and only Brother Brent, who is now all of a sudden an Eagles fan.
Hey, yo. Shout out the Eagles this week. I told you they were going to win. I bought this right before the game, and I said, you know what? They got to win.
That's what I call
Destiny.
bandwagon.
No, dude, this is destiny.
To his left, joined by the one and only Buffalo Dill. What's up, man?
What?
Hey, dude, you should have told me you fucking found that the day before the game. I would have went with the Eagles, too.
Sorry
You
about
guys
it.
are all hiding the information from me. What the hell?
Sorry about it.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
the one with all the information.
What?
To my right, we are joined today by the lifelong Eagles fan, that kid Chaos. What's up?
Hey,
Come on.
Yeah.
Here, because I'm tired of the Eagles' disrespect, and we taking everybody on the train this year because
shit.
the disrespect has been real. I like all the bandwaggers.
Whoa.
Just like yourself.
Hey. I'm just a fan of the sport. Just so happen I had to pick a team now.
Before
Because my team isn't there.
Are we talking about your
What?
team, the Steelers?
No, talking about
Or were you
Bills.
the Steelers fan when they were
Next
in the chair?
All right, dude.
Next
Fucking...
one.
Oh, and then the Bills got good and fun. All of a sudden, you're a Bills fan.
Dude, hear me out. Bills stink.
Huh.
I'm a little ass kid. And then Bills
When did
stink.
you start building your wagon? Because
My wagon's been
riding it.
circling since...
since you were a Steelers fan when they were winning Super Bowls,
No, dude.
well, all of a sudden the Steelers started to stink.
Hey,
Anywho, let's get back to 2023 here.
that's what I'm talking about.
Let's talk
Back to
before-
reality.
Obviously, we're gonna be talking about the Eagles a lot today. So let's get into the Bengals and Chiefs game. Why don't we?
What?
All the shit talking leads up.
Yeah, dude.
All the shit talking leads up. What's so funny, bro? Just go ahead and say it.
No, man, no.
Go ahead and say it.
No, I can't break the fourth wall. Keep going.
There's a lot of walls in here,
It's quite a few.
actually.
The shit talking didn't live up to the hype, man.
All the walls broke down at Burrowhead Stadium, didn't they?
Oh, that's a good transition. Holy
Hey,
shit.
Break the walls down.
It's like Chris Jericho
Yo,
walked
they
up
should
in there.
walk into fucking the Super Bowl playing the Eagles or the Chris Jericho's music.
Break the walls down.
Break the walls down. Hell yeah.
They'll probably be Meek Mill, dude.
What if the Chiefs come out to Meek Mill? How you gonna
That'd be
feel?
disrespectful. A lot of people calling for the Eagles to come out to Uzi. But I think that'd be kind
Uzi.
of weird because his style
They'll
of
lose,
music
huh?
isn't
Yeah.
like, do you get pumped for football?
Well, you seen him. He came out with the team yesterday.
I just
so-
want to rock. I just want to rock.
But back to the Chiefs and the Bengals. Looked like Chiefs were going to run away with that one from the start of it. But then, second half, Bengals showed up. Crucial Mahomes fumble, which you don't see often. Is one of those instances where almost like the Hubbard fumble. You kind of just get lucky at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens in sports.
Just sports.
Just
Sports in
things.
general, dude.
Yeah.
Things just get lucky.
You gotta get lucky.
And they didn't
Gotcha.
capitalize on the fumble changing the direction of the game. Because I really felt like emotionally watching the game, the Bengals could have took over the game right then and there. They got let back in the game and momentum slid. Did the Chiefs score after that? I don't think they did till the field goal to win the game.
Well, they had unless I just missed what you said, they scored a touchdown after it, I think. That was that the Kelsey?
The rocket to
MVS,
Yeah,
yep, right
MVS.
through Hill's hands. Yep.
I'm like
That
third
was
and
a
18.
rocket.
Man. MVS was surprised he caught it. You seen his reaction?
Yeah.
The torque, the momentum he was throwing it with forward.
Yo.
He kind of leaped a little bit and linked
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, because he
through
couldn't
it.
use his ankle.
Yeah.
All this on a high fucking ankle sprain.
It's wild.
What was wrong with Kelsey, too? He was kind of banged up.
He had something wrong with his back. Back spasms or something.
Didn't
he
matter.
definitely been
From
having-
carrying that fucking offense. That's what he his back started to hurt.
Shit, mine would too.
The easiest bet of the playoffs is Travis Kelce to score a touchdown.
Anytime.
Shit, that's the easiest bet every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, that's getting kind of pricey too. I think it was like minus 150 this week.
Yeah, you gotta have to get him like a prop touchdown, like first
Yeah.
quarter or something like that. And
Throw
then-
him in a parlay with like yardage or something.
Yeah. Well, I actually picked. Was he the first touchdown scorer for them? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Because I picked him for the first touchdown score. I'm like, he could
Yeah.
pick that every fucking time.
Was it him or Pacheco?
No, it was Kelsey.
No, it was Kelce.
Yeah, okay.
He took over the first drive. I think he had like 3 catches on the first
Yeah,
drive.
you're right. Yeah, that shit.
And it's like, don't you game plan against this guy? But I mean,
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters because the one play they pulled the trickery off. They had Kelsey come back in. Mahomes tossed it to him and he fucking flipped it off to McKinnon. Which if he would have flipped it cleanly, he might have been taking that to the house. He had some room, but
That's Andy Reid for you.
that's Andy
Yeah,
Reid,
you
baby.
gotta, and on the Pivot podcast, they asked Kelsey about it. They asked, how is it being in Andy Reid's offense? And he said, literally, he lets me do whatever I want. So that's why they really can't game plan for him, I think. Is like he says, if a play breaks down and shit
He
hits the
probably running
fan,
his-
Pat knows what he's going to do. He's just going to go out there and he's going to make something happen. And you can't game plan for that. But also, I
Can't
got
do it.
one thing to fucking say.
Go ahead and
is,
chat.
Oh,
who the fuck is guarding Hayden Hurst? Every game, every week, bro. Third downs, that dude is always open.
Bro, did you see how open he got
Yeah.
on that play?
The third and like
I
15.
was watching the
So
game,
open.
and I'm like, wait, what route did he? I thought he like killed the corner or something, like, but it was just a missed coverage. McDuffie played it right. The outside corner, I guess, had the deep quarters, and he didn't play the quarters.
It was like third and 15. I'm like, oh, the Chiefs are going to get the ball back and win. And then, bro,
I feel like he does this every week.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did it against the Bills like 3-4 times. I'm like, who the fuck is guarding this guy? He
I
just
will
sneaks
say
out.
though, those receivers on fucking Bengals team,
Gods. Gods.
What are they gonna
bunch
do?
of snags.
What are they gonna do when they run into this? When contracts come up?
You're going to have to
Yeah,
decide,
them
do you want T. Higgins or do you want Jamar Chase? Which one do you want? That's what
And
they're
then
going
what
to have to
happens
That's
to
tough.
Tyler Boyd? I feel like he always get like left out, and he's a good receiver before
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
got Jamar and everything. He was so, and he always get left out. But I want to say, we talk about their receivers. Can we mention that the Cincinnati Bengals defense is overrated?
Whoa.
Overrated.
Overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
'Cause I think they're underrated.
I think people want them to be underrated, but they're just as bad as we really think.
Are
Nobody
you speaking on
thinks
Eli Apple?
Not just Eli Apple. Yeah, I don't see too much ferocity other than Hendricks. Maybe a little bit. Is Reader on the team still on the D line?
Yeah, DJ Reader.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm like, who on the defense intimidates you? Other than that, Bates is down. Like his players fell off. I don't even think they're gonna keep him. They might not re-sign him. They've been looking to trade him. We was gonna
Yeah.
get him.
They drafted that safety this year too, so he's definitely out.
Hill. So he's
Yeah.
out of there.
10 in Buffalo.
Shit, we'll take him.
We'll take him because Poirier's gone.
Probably. But no, like even we just mentioned like Hubbard. Sometimes he'll come up and make a play though.
I do like Hubbard a little bit.
Like clutch, like clutch times he'll show up and make a play.
Yeah, we just got to say, like, did the fucking Cincinnati Bengals all take steroids before the Bills game, or are the Bills
Whoa.
that bad?
Gotta be.
Which
just
one
bad.
is it? Because, bro, they literally, like, beat the fuck out of us.
No, they're just a unit because like they don't have the superstar power,
Who?
but they're Bengals.
But I'm saying, like,
defense.
look at how
Yeah.
close this game was with Cincinnati, and they look not even nearly as close as good they
And
did
I
last
think
week.
That's how bad we were.
I
That's
contribute.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, which one is it?
I contribute a lot of it to Andy Reid though too.
Yeah, I mean, you can, yeah, but
Well,
also
yeah,
at the
maybe
same
that's our
time,
outlook,
like
what I
that
think.
offensive line was breaking down pretty easy yesterday for Joe Burrow, and the Chiefs were getting in on him. Buffalo, we couldn't get we gave him like 35 seconds to throw, and Rousseau is not bad, and neither is fucking Ed Oliver. It's like, yo, they were juicing before the game. Something was going on. Something was going
They
on.
came into that game hot too, and I feel like there's a lot of shit talking, obviously, which we all love. We can agree on that.
Yeah.
But
You think the momentum
I think
slowed
it
down
was-
when they came into Kansas City?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the win off Buffalo was too big, and yeah, they just didn't come in with the same energy. It's like when you come in and with Buffalo, they had a chip on their shoulder. They felt like they should have beat Buffalo the first time when they played them when DeMar got hurt and it stopped the game. They felt like they got slighted because they had to go to Buffalo, and who knows? I feel like they would have beat Buffalo in that game. I think I thought Buffalo would have beat them in the playoffs, but in that regular season game, I thought the Bengals probably would have won that game. So Buffalo would have probably had to come to Cincinnati, and they just got the short end of the stick. But then it's ended up not working out for them in Kansas City. The momentum was too high in the Bills game.
Oh, when you got the mayor kind of shit talking to him.
Well, yeah,
Mayor's
yeah,
he's got to stick to Mayor.
Yeah, and you're giving Patrick Mahomes more.
You don't need that.
Well, did the atmosphere of Arrowhead kind of overwhelm him too?
Dude,
very well
he's got
could have.
fucking ice in his veins, dog.
That shit
Joe
was
Burrow.
That shit was rocking.
Yeah, it was though.
Yo,
but
he played
I'm
at
just
LSU,
saying.
bro. He played in Death Valley. I ain't worried about.
Not necessarily him though. He did his job. It was just everyone else.
Debatable because
I mean-
that interception that he threw was horrible.
No, you're right.
That was horrible. Like, that was mediocre. That was something you expect Gardner Minshew to do.
Whoa, dude.
Also,
Joe Burrow is too good
That's
for
your
that.
guy, dude.
He's too good for that. I didn't understand it. I don't know if maybe that was supposed to be a comeback route or whatever, but he threw it like it was a comeback route, and he threw it right to the corner.
I mean, also they are human.
Yeah.
Mistakes will be made.
Patrick Mahomes didn't make any.
Actually,
Sure
he
did.
fumbled,
Oh,
Other
you're
than
right.
that,
Yeah, he did fumble.
We didn't mention that,
He
but
did fumble.
and he did throw. No, was that Burrow that threw the interception that got tipped?
yeah.
That was Burrow.
Mahomes
yeah.
didn't. Other than that fumble, he didn't turn it over at all.
Oh, dude, he's in the playoffs. He's fucking great, man.
He's juiced.
So would you
is
say
good.
this would be one of his legacy games? Because it really felt like you're watching it.
I just had
Went
deja
God
vu.
mode. What?
Deja vu.
Yeah,
That's
we
crazy.
talked about that before.
I think honestly he
we
cements
did.
his legacy. He in a good position right now. If he beats this Eagles defense and offensive line with the losing Tyreek Hill and everything, because losing Tyreek Hill, everybody's giving him like MVP and giving him all credit for this year, which he deserves.
100%.
He deserves it. But if he beats this Eagles team with less, basically with a receiver with all B+ receivers versus the All Pro
What?
Brad Perry, and Slay should have been All Pro. I don't know why
Slay's
he
a
wasn't.
dog.
Yeah.
But he wasn't All Pro. But he damn near is an All Pro. You beat them with this, he would be the GOAT quarterback in my eyes.
You gotta give it to him right there.
I'll take him over Tom Brady, and I'm not scared to say it. Because,
Wow.
like Colin Coward
Say
said
with the
today,
chest.
and everybody hates it, but we didn't give Bill Russell the champion, didn't give him the crown of the greatest player ever because he won the most rings. When Michael Jordan came in the league and they seen he was overly talented, they said, this is the best player ever, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
There you have it.
Do you think his longevity's got to continue though?
I think if we never played a snap again, he'd been to five
Five of them now.
AFC
straight.
championships before
Every single
the age
every-
of 27. Every single season,
single season.
you have to think about him in it, or at least the AFC championship is guaranteed. If you was to bet money for the last 5 years for him to make the AFC championship, like you put in a bet for 5 years, if they did, you would be a billionaire by now.
Whoa.
It's impossible for
How
him
much
not
you
to make an
putting down?
AFC championship game.
Yeah, I agree. I just think if you ask the same question, you could think back and say Peyton was a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It's just Tom Brady had the longevity and he had the more successful team. But if you looked at it like a skill standpoint, I feel like Peyton Manning was a better quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
well, for
the
sure.
thing is, to me, that separates him from Tom and Peyton is the talent. Like, because Josh Allen to me has more natural talent than Peyton Manning. Like, he could throw the ball farther. He's stronger. He's faster. We never seen that all-in-one quarterback like Peyton Manning's a cerebral. He gonna make the right decision. He's not just a Hulk Hogan juiced guy.
Brother.
Josh sometimes he leans on his athleticism a little bit too much.
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is literally like the perfect combination of he's insanely talented, but then he plays like a cerebral quarterback as well. So it's like, and I kind of hate that I'm gassing him up like this, but it is what it is. I remember arguing with my best friend about it one time, and I was the biggest Patrick Mahomes hater, and he just proves me wrong every year. So I just
Gave in.
I have to.
He's got a speed walk a little bit different, bro. Every time he speed walks,
It looks so bad.
he looks like he's got a tinkle.
Yeah, once you see him do that fucking weird thing,
Yeah,
he does with his mouth,
little,
bro,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
it's game time.
Yeah,
And his family, like you said, it's like
yeah.
and then
That's gonna weigh his legacy
brother
down,
annoying,
bro.
His girlfriend's annoying. It's just like,
Yeah, I mean, nah, he's definitely fucking. He's the greatest of our generation so far. Yeah,
Yeah.
And I wanted to be Josh Allen, honestly, but
Yeah, but don't we all?
I'm waiting.
He's got some ways to go now.
I'm waiting.
Yo, can we stop comparing him to Phillip Rivers though? Get that shit out of here,
Yeah,
bro.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I've
Get
seen
that
people
shit
comparing him
outta
to
here.
Dak, and I'm like, bro, you're taking it way
He's
too
way
far.
better than Dak. Way
Yeah.
better than Dak.
Everyone just living in the moment, talking it up, whatever. But let's get to the legendary promo that was after the fact.
What?
Hey, Cincy, you should have taken it easy because you keep adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Go ahead, play that.
Travis,
Well, thank God, man. Woo! Burrow had my ass. Woo! It's Mahomes' house. Hey, I appreciate you. How about this beautiful trophy? Huh? Hey, I got some wise words for that Cincinnati mayor. Know your role and shut your mouth.
we roll
You
shut your fucking
jabroni.
mouth, you jabroni.
I got mad at my dog.
You gotta fight for your right to
I didn't
party.
even know what it meant.
See about this.
I knew he was gonna be up for one more.
Man, you a
bro.
jabroni.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think anything be said. And after that, it seems like Dylan, that's your new favorite player, huh?
That is my new favorite player. Yeah, Travis Kelce is a dog. You know.
Best tight end ever? Question mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by far.
All time.
By far. Sorry, I know Tony Gonzalez is a great tight end, and everything, but nobody's as
Gronk rolling over.
I was
He
about
got
to
an
say-
argument, but I don't know.
My answer's been.
But Gronk
for the
wasn't-
last few years.
He's not as agile.
He's not.
no.
I think
Travis
I-
Kelce could do everything.
Travis Kelce, I forgot what stat it was, but I think it's something to do with receiving yardage or whatever.
Yes.
In the playoffs. Not just amongst tight ends.
Oh
bro.
yeah. He
He's like top 5 in receiving yards
Yeah.
for any receiver.
He's
Receiving
basically
yards.
second in all of them.
He's 27 receptions away from taking the lead in
I think-
playoff receptions
Yeah.
for everyone.
I think he surpassed Edelman in yardage.
He broke the tight end receiving yards record this year.
It's like,
His own fucking record.
This shit's set in stone.
Yeah. You know, nobody's getting it. Nobody's getting it. He's fucking goated.
it's like
Dog.
Tyreek Hill left and he said, "Thank you, more targets."
Yeah, literally. Tyreek Hill
Right.
is sitting at home right now.
right. I know. Oh, biggest loser, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Biggest winner, Jimmy Garoppolo. Maybe.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, yo, Tyreek Hill is definitely the biggest loser, bro. If
They
you-
caught.
He is in Miami though.
I mean, but if you put your
If I go
pro,
outside on the beach.
I feel like he's just not, you know, as far as what I think is, I think he's just not as dedicated to the game. He wanted the money, which rightfully so. If you want to get fucking paid and live a life of, you know, generational wealth, hey,
Yeah.
all for it. But like, you know, it
Both
just
can be true. Like it's okay for people to take a stab at you for not thinking you part of the game, and you also just wanted the money. Like
that's what I'm saying. No
Both
fault
could
to
be
him.
true.
No fault to
Like-
him. But those guys want to stay together and win football games.
Yeah.
So he went down to Miami, and he knows he's probably never going to win another championship down there. But he's all
But
right.
he did come in and he's that guy. Though.
yeah, he
Yo,
definitely
he is
a
for
game
sure.
changer,
But
do we think?
they're
I got my own opinions on the Dolphins next year and too. It's like up and down.
hey, they might be moving on from Tua.
Yeah,
I don't know. I heard
they
they're
acting like
committed.
they not trying to court Tom Brady.
They trying to
came
get
out
Tom
and
Brady.
said they won't go after him.
They want Tom Brady so
like,
bad
that
down
sounds
there.
like somebody that's gonna go after him.
Yeah, he's looking at private schools down there. God damn it!
Whoa.
Come on, Giselle lives in Miami, dude. He just wants to see where his kids are going to school.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I don't know about that.
Jeez.
He just wants to see where his kids are
She
going
got
to
a new
school.
boyfriend. She
What?
I'm sure she does.
They don't care about each other no more. He wants to move down to Miami.
Yeah, I think the love then was lost in that relationship.
He's gonna buy her the house right next to her. Did you ever hear what Kanye says? What's the
says
point
a
of
lot.
really being
He
rich
says a
for if
lot.
you can't buy the house next door?
Shit.
He bought the house next door to Kim Kardashian. Tom Brady's gonna do the same damn thing.
So
Wild.
Speaking of that, why is Pete coaching the Pro Bowl? Like, has he done to progress the game of football?
Who?
It
kidding
annoyed
me?
me. Do you know
Co-coach,
Pete Davidson
dude.
is co-coaching the NFL Pro Bowl? And I'm like, okay, we had so many celebrities in this world, and we picked Pete Davidson. Like, what has he done?
Because he's a
to
funny
progress
guy. He's
football?
a funny guy.
Pete Davidson's coaching the Pro Bowl.
How disrespectful
He's
of you.
like-
Like,
with,
what has
Eli.
he done to
No,
progress
listen,
football?
how disrespectful of you to come up
No,
in here.
I'm serious.
Wow.
What? My question is, what hasn't he done for football?
Oh, I must just not know. We must gotta inform me because I don't know what he does for football. I don't know.
Me neither.
That's kind of shocking.
I'm like, were you serious? Like, does he really do something? Because I'm
He
like,
might know something none of us do.
You know,
I got the notification on my phone. It was like, I think it's Snoop Dogg and Pete Davidson. I'm like, at least Snoop, his son, played football. And like,
That's
maybe
probably
it was
for views.
Yeah, it's like they want the kids on
Get
like the
some-
Nickelodeon football games now.
Yeah.
Like slime. Like who really wants to see that?
hey, listen,
It's
Snoop
kids,
Dogg is
dude.
gonna do everything before he dies. God damn it, Snoop
pretty
Dogg
much
is
done
alive.
everything.
Him.
Yeah,
Huh?
he got a cooking show, Martha's Story.
Yeah, he was a UFC commentator. He's fucking Snoop Lion.
Animal Planet.
Snoop Lion. I forget he's Snoop Lion now.
That was so long ago too.
Snoop Dogg will do everything before he
He
dies.
taught me how to cook bacon, man.
But
Stir it
Pete
with a fork.
Davidson is literally.
On the Martha show, stir it with a fork, man. It won't pop at you.
Shout out Snoop and Martha, man, for teaching us how to cook.
But Pete Davidson looks like the most athletic person of all time.
Wow.
I'm
like,
just
are
being
these
honest.
players about to- and it's flag football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's got
The
some
joke
experience. I
can't
don't know.
get- It can't get any more unserious with this Pro Bowl. I'm sorry to take it off topic, but it's flag football.
That's the show.
And Pete Davidson is the coach.
They should have got Kevin Hart. If they were trying to get a comedian, they should have got
Exactly.
fucking
Hey,
Kevin
at least-
Hart.
Respected it more.
At least Kevin Hart was in the actual NFL practice.
Yeah,
He's
and
a
he'll make it
Eagles fan.
funny.
Do we know who
yeah.
Pete
You couldn't
Davidson
get The
likes?
Rock, though.
Probably the Giants or
Probably
the
Giants.
Jets.
I think it's the Giants.
Quick question though, because last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Kevin Hart kind of got kicked off. Is he allowed back? It's something we got to look into.
I think I did remember that.
I forgot he was
Oh
saying.
yeah, because he was
He
up on the
did.
podium, drunk
Yeah.
as hell.
He was-
Yep.
Uh huh.
You know
Yeah.
who else was drunk as hell throughout the week? Eli Apple.
What?
Yo, he was on one. Yo, he was cooking on Twitter. He might have. Okay, who's really to say? But he kind of crossed the line with the DeMar Hamlin tweet. But everything else was fair game.
You gotta give it to him. He cooked. He did do his little cooking. He talked his shit. He deserved it because we cooked them all last year. The burnt toast meme
Burnt
lives on forever. So I feel like he deserved it. But when you talk like that, you gotta back it up the next game. You know you
And he
can't
did
just
not.
back it up for the game that you taught because you know people gonna talk about how you was talking. So you gotta back it up. And I didn't even hear his name. Like you gotta at least make an impact. Hit somebody hard or something.
Besides
Do
on that
something.
penalty.
Slap somebody in the mouth. I
Bro,
don't
if
know.
I was him,
Hey,
like,
don't do that.
I would not be talking all that shit before I got to face T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Like, that's just a recipe
Yeah.
to get cooked.
Yeah, wait,
like,
what?
Jamar
That's
Chase.
his teammates, brother.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Sean,
Hey, try again. Try
Yo,
again.
yo.
Try it again.
Let me go home. Take me home. Yo, can we start it again? Can we restart again?
I think Sean Payton drafted him. And quick note, I seen him on Colin Cowherd this morning, and Colin Cowherd just said Eli and Apple, and you know Sean Payton's reaction? This guy.
This guy.
This guy. Like, he just said it like, this dude is ass. Like,
oh,
he's
brother.
a nobody. I drafted him, and he literally has the nerve to talk. This guy.
Yeah. But I feel like the game needs more shit talking. I mean,
It makes it fun.
Yeah.
that Travis
Brandon
Kelce
Graham.
and-
Brandon Graham, watch out for him. In the Super Bowl, Brandon Graham is one of the biggest trash talkers ever. Have you seen him mic'd up before the Giants
we
kick
have
off?
it. Can you give us like a little sample?
Do I have a sample right now? Oh,
Off the top of your head, what's he been saying?
I don't have the sample with me, but I know before the Giants game, he told Big Lawrence, he told him they was running right at him, and he told Daniel Jones he was gonna be on his back, and he was saying this all before at the coin flip when the captains went up there, like he's saying it. Mike,
The ref's like, damn, heads or tails?
Yeah, he like, damn, bro, back up. The game ain't start yet, but that's how he is.
Yo,
Brandon-
will the Philly Monster be at the Super Bowl?
Hey, we kind of
You
talked
know what I'm
about
talking
him.
about, right?
The Phillies mascot.
No, well,
Kind of.
You could say he's a mascot.
Nah, the
big
fan,
fat dude
the
with
belly
the
dude with
Sesame Street on his belly. Looks like Action Bronson.
Oh, I don't remember this guy.
Bro,
Bro,
kinda-
you can't be an Eagles fan.
What kind of Eagles fan are you, dude?
I know, like I'm trying to remember back the Super Bowl run. I remember the dog mask. I remember Kelsey in the what was that, Aladdin outfit he had? It was like green. It looked like it came from Aladdin. Who was this furry guy?
I'm pulling.
Whoa.
It up.
Hopefully he comes back.
Yo, on Google, I'm just typing Eagles fan with belly.
Yo, it's the Philly
belly
Monster.
tattoo,
That's what his
dude.
name is, dude.
You never seen him before? Yeah, you seen
the
him.
guy with
Yeah,
Route
that's your
95. Yeah, he gotta come back shirtless. Wow, and he got the hole and has the mouth.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, that's the face of your team, bro.
That is the face of your team. He has to be at the Super Bowl. They're gonna have to fly him out.
They're gonna have to fly him out there.
Fucking
I
Michael
hope so.
Rubin will probably pay for that shit. Michael Rubin pays for everything in Philly.
Shit, dude.
Flying out though. What's next for the Bengals? Are they shipping anybody off? What's going on?
Tyler Boyd. He's out
Think
of
they're gonna
there.
get rid of Tyler Boyd?
I
Have
don't
to.
think they want to, but they have to. You got to pay Jamar soon.
pay
You
the
got to
bills.
pay, you got to pay the bills.
I think they just continue to get better on that offensive line and just get a couple pieces in the draft and just keep continuing to build. Like
No.
you said,
Yeah.
if you get rid of Tyler Boyd, maybe get another draft pick out of him, save some money, and then go get some young guns.
Commit to the run game. If the Eagles have taught anybody this year, and I'm an Eagles fan, commit to the run
no
game. You can't have Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon is having an off year this year. Commit to the run game. You got a good enough offensive line to run the football. And I like Joe Burrow, but I think what a lot of teams do that, and I'm a big Bills fan. They my second favorite team. When you get a quarterback that can air it out and can do everything, we tend to get away from the run game. We tend to think it doesn't matter or it's not going to help our quarterback out. And the Bengals were so even Joe Burrow's first year. Like Mixon was a factor, and this year he was a okay factor, like a sometimey factor. And in the playoffs when the weather changes, come on now, let's run the football a little bit.
That's football. You got to run the ball.
Because he tore up the Bills. That's a good analogy, honestly.
That's
I
football.
think they just need to they get away from being committed to the run. They need to stay balanced. They one of the most balanced teams roster-wise, but they don't always play that way.
Yeah.
So let's see what they do with these contracts coming up. Joe Burrow's contract's coming up. T. Higgins coming up. And Jamar Chase will be coming up soon. But
They're next year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Because
I think Burrow and T. Higgins
came in
at
the same
time. Yeah.
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 Fuck, dude.
And you can only franchise
Yeah, yeah,
tag
yeah.
one.
It's gonna have to be T.
Well, they mentioned they're financially committed to Joe Burrow.
So
Yeah,
T's
you got-
gone.
Who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
You know, T's gone then.
He's about to get paid, too.
Unless
'cause
you trade Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, but you're gonna be able to afford him and
Yes.
then Jamar Chase's contract the next season
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you can.
and
make that
Mixon.
work.
Maybe
I'm
not
sure-
Mixon.
Mixing, yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, we've seen it with the salary cap. They got ways around this shit.
It's going up too because I just got the notification
got one
today.
up today.
It went up. So
Shit, not enough to pay fucking.
hopefully Joe Burrow do you
Jamar
think
Chase.
Joe Burrow takes the team friendly
Hell
discount? I don't think he
fuck
does
no.
either. That's the
Hell
crazy
no.
thing.
No, why-
I
Not
don't
for-
believe
not for
he
his first
does.
contract.
No, I don't think he does either.
Unless you have a wife like Tom Brady who is making fucking more money than him.
Yeah.
No longer
None
his
of
wife.
these quarterbacks are taking a team-friendly deal.
I just think with the quarterback market, every other quarterback will kill you if you
Yep.
take a team-friendly deal because you basically taking money out their pocket.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's a good point. That's why a lot of quarterbacks are pissed at Brady because he was doing that shit and winning.
Yeah. But he had the I mean, dude, like I said, you had fucking his wife made more than any other quarterback in the league. So it's like,
Wow.
he didn't need to.
Yeah.
He didn't need to.
And also the repercussions of paying quarterbacks a lot of money and what happens haven't been seen in the league yet because Patrick Mahomes lost Tyreek Hill because they had to pay him and he's back in the Super Bowl. So until we start seeing more teams have to pay their quarterback and then be bad after, it won't really be that much of a factor
That is a great
yet.
point.
So what
That
you're
is a great
saying
point.
is pay Lamar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though the whole world's saying that.
Yeah.
But what
I
do
don't
you
know.
pay
What's
him?
the Ravens' problem?
Enough?
But do you give him
Top two?
Give him whatever the fuck he
you
wants.
give him top 2
Why not?
for what?
You have
Because he's Lamar Jackson?
But that doesn't mean. I mean,
'Cause
one-
then- 'cause
how
then the
many
next
playoffs-
guy's
he's
gonna
got
be
one
over him
playoff
anyways.
Win, you know what I mean?
He's an MVP.
he got an MVP.
It's not like it's like NBA where you literally carry a whole team through the playoffs and shit. This is a whole team effort.
Do you think
Which,
that
I
they
mean-
beat the Bengals with Lamar Jackson because he could have played and he didn't play on purpose.
J.K. Dobbins thought that.
Yeah,
I
he did
think
say
that
I
too.
thought that too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, they beat the Bengals now. When they play the Bills, will the Bills be? They beat the Bengals. The Bengals beat the Bills. I don't like doing that. But when they play the Bills, do you believe the Bills stop a good run game? What they have, the Bills have, though. So then that becomes controversy. But I think there's a chance, like a slight chance, he beats the Bills and gets to play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and then he loses.
I mean, they would have won with the team that was out there. We fucking stunk that day.
What are you talking about? You're an Eagles fan.
I think it was consecutive.
For right now, dude. For
we-
Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're talking wearing all green.
But he's
pal.
right. Let's forget about teams who aren't in the picture right now. Let's move on to the teams that matter right now. Let's
we got
talk
2
about
weeks.
let's talk about the Niners and the Eagles game. Chaos.
I'm going to take the floor and just
Go
say
ahead.
what everybody,
Sit back and
everybody,
Everybody
is
sit
gonna
back
say
and
it.
listen.
Sit back and listen.
Everybody's going to say it, so I'm going to just address it.
Boom.
If you think Kyle Shanahan is a genius,
What?
you would not leave your second string tight end blocking maybe the defensive player of the year, and then which leads to not one, because everybody's like, oh, the second string tight end blocked Hassan Reddick and he knocked out Brock Purdy and the game changed after that. Do we not realize that happened twice during the game? And Josh Johnson almost got knocked out because a tight end tried to block Hassan Reddick for his second sack. I knew it would happen. I didn't know that they would actually. Nobody on this table would. If I would have said this Hassan Reddick is lining up against you, would have said, "Yo, let's put the second string tight end to block him." So with the narrative that the Eagles had an easy game and that it wasn't the same because the quarterback got knocked out, you're gonna have to live with that or blame Shanahan. Don't have a tight end blocking Reddick. I mean, when Lawrence Taylor was back in the day knocking out quarterbacks, I don't think anybody was saying, oh, the Giants got an easy schedule because he's just knocking out quarterbacks. They were probably saying, hey, shut him down. Stop letting them hit your quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's like you're putting, like you said, the second stringer up. It's not even like George Kittle or nobody.
Like,
Is that
I don't know
words?
what you expected. Like, I saw it. I had a bet. I had a bet that Hassan Reddick
What
would
was your
get
bet?
one sack and the Eagles would
What?
win straight up. It was like
What?
a FanDuel parlay. And I'm like, this is the easiest thing ever. Like, who's going to stop Hassan Reddick, who since the month of December has 11.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles?
Obviously, I know your answer to this, but explain why you think he was snubbed as the Defensive Player of the Year. Not even in the conversation.
Build your
The
case.
reason why he got snubbed is because Howie Roseman is the greatest GM in the NFL right now, and that's the reason he got snubbed. Our defensive line rotation is so deep, and there's so many good players that Hassan Reddick leads the league in sacks right now if you count the playoffs, and was one behind Nick Bosa, but had 5 forced fumbles to Nick Bosa's 2 or 3. So with him having so much other talent on the line, everybody wants to take away from him. But if we go through Hassan Reddick's career, for the last 3 years, he's finished in the top 5 in sacks. It's just people didn't know him because he played on Carolina. So it's like, is the player that great just playing with other great players, or is the other players making him better? And in this case, if he's been in the top 3 in sacks for the last 3 years, it has to be the player. He comes back to Philly he went to high school in Philly. He played at Temple. He got drafted. I just learned this morning. He got drafted 1 pick before the Eagles was able to draft him, and they had promised him to draft him, and Arizona takes him at 17. We had the 18th pick. So he always wanted to come play for the Eagles. The first year he comes back to play for the Eagles, he's damn near he should be the defensive player of the year. And if you count the playoffs, it's nobody who had a bigger impact. Like, just the facts. Let's just look at the facts. And then if you
Dylan,
look at
the facts. What's your
if you
thoughts
look
here?
at the game,
Holy shit.
if you look at, because I know it's going to be something that's going to argue for Bosa or whatever. But if you look at the game, who had the impact? It's me versus you. You the defensive player of the year. I feel like I am. I get 2 sacks. You get pancaked twice.
And that's just facts.
So, like, obviously, during the game, there was injuries early to the Niners. Fred Warner gets taken. I forget what the issue was with him.
I think it was his shoulder. He tried to
Yeah.
make a hit.
A few plays later, Nick Bosa gets hurt on a play, which he's not even involved in. It's a special teams punt. Player runs
Damn
into
it.
him on the sidelines. And then,
That
obviously, Brock Purdy's first drive, the elbow gets banged up. Josh Johnson goes down with a concussion. Their last quarterback they had, so they had to bring Brock Purdy back in. which everyone knew in that building he wasn't able to throw the ball. So it's a run play every single time, which you kind of like. You sort of got to put a blame to Kyle Shanahan for not coming up with any creativity with your quarterback being down. I mean, we've seen him with some trickery with McCaffrey and whatnot this year throwing the ball. You think he would mix up the bag a little bit, but obviously we will never know what the result would have been if everyone was healthy. But from the looks of it, it looked like it wouldn't have mattered. The Eagles were running right through them.
Was that the saddest playoff game we ever watched, like, towards the end? I can't remember a game worse where I felt so sad. Like, I literally, when Brock Purdy came back in the game, you knew they had to run the ball the rest of the game. And it was like, 8 minutes left in the game, so, or maybe more than that. And it's like, it's sad. Like, I felt so bad for him. I'm an Eagles fan, and I felt bad. I'm like, bro, we just about to tee off on the run. And, like, Debo Samuel's getting hit in the backfield. And I know it's nothing they can do because we all know the run is coming. Everybody knows everyone's crashing. Safety's crashing down. They're not even playing coverage at this point. And It's like, you just running to get tackled. You're not even with no purpose. Like, I'm actually, they should get a round of applause for not giving up. Honestly.
Hell of a season.
Niners hell of a season. Brock Purdy with the
I would have loved to see
storybook.
Christian McCaffrey make a pass, though. I think we all would have.
We seen in his
Oh,
first
yeah,
game.
he did make a throw, but he kind of threw it out of bounds. I think he was trying to throw it out of bounds.
It was a touchdown, dude.
I wanted to see him make a couple game throws.
He'd do it all.
Also, Brock Purdy was the third-string quarterback.
Yeah.
Also that.
Just put that out there.
And we don't know how well Josh Johnson really knew this offense as well, but he didn't really have the time of day. So
Journeyman
really didn't
himself,
matter.
you know?
Arguable, because there's people on Twitter that said the 49ers had 3 months to prepare a backup quarterback behind Brock Purdy, and that is kind of true. Your quarterback go down, you need a backup just in case maybe this one goes down.
And after Josh Johnson, it was Kyle Juszczyk. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck it, just throw Kyle out there, man. Why not?
Yeah, honestly.
Give him a shot. But shout out to the Niners having a good season. They doing what they could, man. Doing what they could.
Embarrassment of riches. Shit, they got the best problem in football this year. Well, coming into next season.
Well, let's talk about it. What do we think where they go from here? Because they got plenty of options.
Who would you rather be the GM of? Because if you was to get a fresh job, wouldn't you want to walk into the 49ers? You got 3 quarterbacks to choose from.
Yeah.
Well, potentially 5, depending on what moves you make. So, Dylan, here's my question to you.
What?
You do get that job, bro. Let's say you're John Lynch, okay?
You're asking me?
A Freaky Friday situation.
Sure,
yeah, you turn into John Lynch.
Dylan Lynch.
Off seasons here, okay?
All right.
You got Jimmy G who's going to free agency. You got a young stud, Trey Lance, who you traded 2 first-round picks for. And you got Mr. Irrelevant, who may be relevant after it's all said and done, especially coming after this season. So you also have Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, who might be available for trade or free agency. So what the fuck do you do, Mr. Dylan Lynch?
So this is what Dylan Lynch would do. Dylan Lynch is going to
Both
take a
being
big
from
look
Cali.
at everything, and he's going to play a lot of recency bias and say Brock Purdy is going to be the guy.
What?
We're gonna cut our losses with Trey Lance because fuck him. We're gonna
Wow.
We're gonna
opposite. That hurt my feelings.
That's crazy.
hey, we're gonna trade him for whatever we can get. We'll get something good out of him because there's gonna be some teams that'll give you a 1st-round pick.
No.
And you don't think so?
No.
You don't think it goes for a first?
What?
Just off potential?
You don't think the Colts would give a first for Trey Lance or the fucking
No, 'cause he might sink then.
That's a risk you got to take. I mean, that's kind of like the value on him.
Was
Yeah.
traded for something.
Exactly. Carson Wentz went for 2 seconds.
Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, so I'm definitely getting a first for.
Yeah.
Stay out of my fucking switch, dude. It's sitting about you.
Hey, sorry, dude.
So I'm trading Trey Lance. I'm getting a 1st-round pick. I'm gonna just add some more depth to my team because we're already fucking goated.
Sheesh.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the ultimate move.
Ultimate move, I'm listening.
I'm gonna go and get Aaron Rodgers for 1 year.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna get Aaron Rodgers on a 1-year deal. I'm gonna put Brock Purdy behind him because he's still a kid.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have Aaron Rodgers win us a Super Bowl, and then I'm gonna get Brock Purdy the offense after that.
So what you're gonna say? You're gonna say Aaron We apologize for overlooking you in the 05 draft.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna keep it real with him. I'm gonna say, Aaron, listen here, motherfucker.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ.
This is what we're gonna do here.
While
Nobody,
he's tripping.
huh?
While he's tripping.
This the best
While he's
opportunity
tripping.
you got, bro.
I'm gonna
Look
say,
at the
yeah,
roster.
pretty much. I'm gonna say, look at our fucking team. Look at our state.
Need I say more?
It's all weed.
Look
You'll
at
be
it.
good. We'll put you a 1-year deal, dude. We'll give you a little bit amount of money. You don't really need it because all you do is smoke ayahuasca, so you don't need your money anymore. So
Whoa.
we're going to put you with a great team, a great line, a great defense, and we're going to go win a Super Bowl and get you back on track, pal, and then we'll let you run free. How about that?
Run free, dude.
That's a good pitch.
To the wild.
Because my pitch was going to be to keep Trey Lance.
All right, well, let's hear your.
All right.
We'll go around the table.
Let's go Chaos Lynch here.
Chaos Lynch, what you got for us, pal?
He's unproven, but I think with the 49ers run game and what they shown they could do with just limited, I would, because I gave up so much for Trey Lance, I'm going to keep Trey Lance,
What?
let Jimmy Garoppolo walk. But
What?
trading Trey Lance for depth actually is a good, because I like Brock, but I don't think Brock is the future. But if I could get Brock behind somebody like an Aaron Rodgers or something for like a couple years or a year, then I'll start Brock. But I don't think Brock played. The NFC is so weak right now. I don't think Brock played anybody. I don't think the Eagles played anybody. I don't think anybody in the NFC played anybody. So I'm not taking too much from Brock Purdy season. Trey Lance gives me the threat of the read option. And I feel like if San Francisco had a read option, then that makes them unstoppable with Christian McCaffrey. I never seen a running back get traded mid-season and impact the team as much. That's why I wanted them to go to the Bills.
Being their number one weapon.
But the
we all
Pagulas are cheap. The
We all
Pagulas are cheap. I hate them. The Pagulas are cheap.
Yes.
Said it 3 times.
Yeah.
Should have got Christian McCaffrey.
Shoulda,
Shoulda,
but
coulda,
they're
woulda.
fucking stupid.
My
And we're
gosh.
sticking with fucking
I hate
Frazier.
the Pagulas for that.
Yeah.
Bro, we should have just had Trump by us or fucking.
Oh my God.
They wouldn't be here.
But I would turn the
would.
49ers into a run-based offense, power run. They got the zone read already down. I would turn them into a power run, zone read offense, and I would basically look like the Ravens, but a better version with a better defense. Well, the Ravens' defense is looking tough now, but with
I
a
mean,
better
that's
defense.
That's a good pitch, too, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
But I like his pitch with Aaron Rodgers coming over, and you keep Purdy, and you get – because you get any more depth to this for you. Where do you need depth? Where do you need depth?
Exactly.
So you get any more depth. Now you spoiled like the Eagles, and you could count the different rotations of the line on the D-line. Like yesterday I'm watching the Eagles game, and it's like Fletcher Cox, Milton Williams,
What?
Brandon Graham,
What?
and Sweat. And then on the
What?
next 3 plays, it's Jordan Davis, Linval Joseph, Hassan Reddick,
What?
and Graham. It's
What?
like you just switching so many people. You keeping them. You do that with the 49ers. That's what they needed. You go from Nick Bosa to 4 sacks on production. The next leading sack getter gets 4 sacks.
Especially if they're able to trade Trey Lance for the 4th pick. They don't need you're 5th, right? 5th pick?
Or 4.
4th
Four,
pick.
dude.
The 4th fucking pick, you get.
Or not 5, my bad.
God
What a
damn,
fucking
dude, tell me the
liar.
truth.
What the fuck am I?
I don't know.
I think you 4th.
Bears, Texans.
What?
Yeah,
what?
we're 4, dude.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
take-
then you
take-
get, the 2 of those 4 are going to be quarterbacks. So you get the second best defensive player in the draft. If you're the 49ers, like, why wouldn't you?
And then with Trey Lance, you get somebody who we haven't seen play, but he's been in the NFL round reps, where the rookies that's coming in haven't gotten like NFL style reps. So he might be a little bit more advanced, and we haven't got to see him. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Right,
I think
we
he'd
don't
be a
even know
great
what he-
fit
we
for
don't
you
even know
guys,
what he
too.
fully is.
Shit, we need to get on the phone with John Lynch, man. Tell him,
Yeah, a lot of people need to
you
get on
can't
the
go-
phone with John Lynch. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody got on the phone with him and asked them
know.
how much you like Purdy.
Yeah, they probably
How much
did.
you like him?
That, too.
Are you willing to get rid of
Well,
him?
now the breaking news was he's going to be out for 6 months. I
Brock
forgot the
Purdy? Damn,
specific
that
injury.
just came in. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
before we came in, so.
I didn't. Did y'all feel like he got hit that hard?
I don't know if he got hit there. It was just like the awkward motion.
Yeah.
It's always the injuries that don't look like is that hard. That's really that hard.
Well, you know it's bad because he literally went up to Kyle Shanahan and was like, yo,
Yeah,
I can't throw.
and it's the playoff. Like he
Yeah.
was literally fighting for his job. He wins that game. He comes back as the starter. I think you have to because he went to the Super Bowl. Like that was a big game for him. He get a Disney movie if he wins that game. For real, for real.
I honestly think you have to go with him now. Still, like he's
I
got
think-
that playoff experience now. Like
I
he's got
kinda
that
think
time
so,
under
too,
his
because
belt.
With the roster, you could just sad to say, game engine. If he could give you anything more than a game engine, which Brock Purdy isn't bad. I like Texas and go back to my Texas roots. He played at Iowa State. We play him, I think, twice a year, and he always airing out the ball. Like him throwing the ball is not the concern. I think he got drafted so low because his actual physical stature. Like he's not big. He doesn't look like an NFL quarterback.
But look at all the success they had with Jimmy G. Jimmy G was nothing special.
And that's what
he was
I'm
just
saying.
a game management. You know,
Just as long as you go in and make the right reads.
They got a good problem on their hands, man.
Oh, yeah, and then I would let Jimmy G walk. I forgot to mention.
Yeah, you gotta let Jimmy walk.
Yeah, I think
Jimmy
in every
gone.
scenario.
I think
right?
Jimmy's
Yeah,
walking.
Unless
what
he's
do you
taking a
do?
team-friendly deal and he'll stay for, like...
Veterans
Nah.
minimum.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, he's gonna want to play though.
Yeah.
Now, what if he was active this game
Still...
and he would have came in?
I'm scared. As an Eagles fan, I'm scared. I said that myself. As an Eagles fan, I went in that game more confident because Brock Purdy. I felt like my offensive line would dominate, but I didn't know for sure. But they did dominate. But I was confident in the game only because of Brock Purdy. That was the only edge we really had.
Well, first of all...
Just inexperience.
Yeah,
I
and
would've-
it was because you didn't know what the edge was, so the edge was like just experience.
Speaking of your offensive line, if I would have known that this motherfucker, Lane Johnson, looked at the way he did, I would have bet the house on the Eagles.
Sheesh.
The house
The house. I would have bet everything if I would have.
would have doubled the house.
He retore his groin the week before, and he was already on an injury.
Let's
so
take
let's
a
throw
look.
that in there.
Let's take a look at the post he put up. What was it? 2 days ago. Boom.
Look at that motherfucker.
Jocked.
Jeez,
That's an
bro.
offensive lineman.
That's what I'm saying. He is
Which-
not
That's-
built like an offensive lineman.
That's a
at
wrestler,
all.
dude.
He's built like a bodybuilder.
Like, this supposed to be a fat
looks like
guy.
he would whoop Roman Reigns'
Yeah.
This
ass.
is what they normally look like when they retire.
Like,
Golly.
Explain to us who that guy on the left is, because you mentioned this to
Yeah,
me.
who the
The
hell is
guy on
that?
the left is a MMA fighter who is ranked in the top 15 of the welterweight division. That's Sean Brady, and he makes him look like a baby.
His baby.
He makes him look
Welterweight.
like Pete Davidson.
What?
He kind of does look like with the tattoos and all that.
Kinda. But
Looks like he could go coach in the Pro Bowl, doesn't he?
pretty much. But yo, he makes him look like a fucking child. If I would have known Lane Johnson was that fucking jacked, I would have bet the Eagles. I'm going to bet the
kinda
Eagles now,
knew it,
going
but
into
I'm
the
an Eagles
Super Bowl
fan.
game, just because Lane Johnson looks like a superhero.
Let's
But
go.
Him and the fucking Philly Monster need to chug some beers after the game.
jeez.
That'd
I
be
wish I
awesome.
could play the clips of like the offensive line dominated. Like he has, there's like 8 clips of like literally us pushing the defensive tackles back 5 yards or pancaking Nick Bosa. There's 2 clips of that. There's a pic of DeForest Buckner getting like pushed back. There's a pic of number 92 getting tossed by Kelsey. Like literally he just
For
pushed
Niners?
him and like tossed him. Like yes, on the 49ers. And then let's talk about Kelsey. The
let's
littlest
talk about it.
lineman, and he pushes around everybody. Like, do we see? He's our
I'm-
smallest offensive lineman.
On that scramble, you seen how low to the fucking
He was
ground
so
was?
low.
On the QB, all of them are.
Yeah.
I think I was scared on that
Crawling.
play. I think the NFL, but an injury has to happen first, and I'm not wishing injury on anybody. But how low they were putting their necks to the ground, and I'm an Eagles fan. I was scared because
I
they were
love how
like
he keeps saying
literally.
that.
put
Dude,
their
he's
necks
gotta
to
make
the
sure he's an
ground,
Eagles fan,
And
dude.
if somebody hits the crown of your head wrong, now your
You're
whole
done.
shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's like, but that play is beautiful. That QB sneak is unstoppable.
I don't know how
They
you
knew it
go
was
in.
coming too.
It's like
Couldn't do
all
nothing
year.
about it.
If you watch the Eagles all year, like Nick Sirianni literally pulls his nutsack out his pants
Oh my
and
God.
says,
Drags that shit.
"We're running this play. What the fuck are you gonna do?" And we
What are you
just
gonna do
run
about
it.
it?
Like we don't play. It's only one time I think we did a like toss out the backfield off the like QB. We set up for a QB sneak and he like tossed and it threw everybody off. But other than that, we like literally is right in your face, smash mouth, stop us. Our quarterback.
Whoa.
Yeah, our quarterback squat 600. What are you going to do about it?
I didn't know the Eagles were such dogs. Didn't really know.
Gotta
that.
be.
I didn't believe it either this year. Like, as an Eagles fan, I had 2 people tell me before the year, Jay Smitty, you know Jay Smitty, he told me, like,
Shout out
yo,
Jay Smith.
Oh, are we taking shots at
I
Jason
guess
right
so.
now?
That's what it sounds
Let's go.
like, man. Go
Throw
ahead.
them shots out,
yeah,
Chaos.
he got a lot. He should come on this show
He
to
wants
talk
to
about
smoke,
the
huh?
Bills. He got a lot of, he loved the Bills, and he feel like they need a whole rebuild. It needs to get
All
ugly.
right.
It needs to get ugly in Buffalo.
We're not gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep Jay Smitty off the show. Then. What the fuck? Are you gonna ship out Josh Josh Allen and just start over?
what he said?
He thinks the Buffalo Bills just needs to make the ugly picks and stop getting flashy. We need to draft the players who we don't know their names and the offensive linemen and defensive linemen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That sounds a little drunk to me. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
That just like you kind of explained it to me.
Howie
That's sorta
Roseman,
what the
over
Eagles do.
years, the Eagles have. Okay, so this year I was pissed during the draft. The first pick of the draft for us was an edge rusher. I was okay, whatever. Then we drafted what's this dude? What's his name? He didn't get no PT this year. Jurgensen for behind Kelsey. His name is something Jurgensen. He's the center or whatever. Over N'Kobe Dean when we needed a linebacker. And everybody in Philly almost like had Howie had. And Howie's excuse is, I'm going to always establish the offense and defensive line. I don't care. And to me, Buffalo needs to have that approach because what are they really missing other than a number 2 receiver? We're missing a pass rush. I say we because Bill's my second favorite team. We missing a legit pass rush without Von. Von is the cherry on top, but we got to have the Sunday. Like, you can't have the cherry on top without the Sunday. And he's like the pass rush specialist that's not going to play every down, but he's the cherry on top. He's the difference maker. But we need some other people that could put some pressure. Then on the offensive line, Deion Dawkins
Dawkins a bum.
He graded out a 72 on Pro Football Focus, and that was the highest Bills offensive lineman grade. That's your best
Yeah, they were
offensive
all in
lineman.
40s.
Like, come on, bro. We need an offensive line.
No, they need to spend every draft pick this draft on offensive line. I totally
Got to.
think
Every
that.
single
Like,
pick.
we got to get
everyone.
ugly. We got to get in the trenches.
But I also think like
Just
that's
offensive
kind
and
of
defensive line.
that's a hindsight 2020 thinking because at the time we got Rousseau and Rousseau was an overlooked player.
Yeah.
Rousseau played like a dog all year, but
Yeah.
he just went missing in the playoffs. Matt Milano, nobody knew who Matt Milano was, and Matt Milano is one of the best linebackers in the league.
I love him.
Trey's been playing great. Josh Allen, you didn't know who he was going to be. Everybody said he could either be a really good quarterback or he could be a bust. You know, it was the pick of the dice. Who else did you have out there? We had Harrison Phillips, who he was a dog.
Yeah.
and he stuffed
He was
that
solid.
middle, but we just couldn't keep him. Who else did they get? Bedford they got in the later rounds.
like
He's a
Bedford.
savage.
What happened to him at the end of the year?
He got
Yeah,
hurt.
hurt,
Yeah, but they're going to
Oh,
move
I
him
like
over to
Bedford.
safety, so he's
Oh,
going to be
he
huge
will.
back
I
there.
like that. Okay.
And then Elam's played great all year. Elam's looked like he's going to be
Yeah.
our number one. the way
Elam's a
Trey
stud.
Lake-
Well,
We shouldn't have let go of Levi Wallace, but Elam definitely picked it up. He maybe might be playing a little bit better than Levi, but I would have loved to have Levi too.
That goes back to your referral about the Pagulas not wanting to spend money. That's just
can't do it.
My thing is, I think it's overdone to say they need to rebuild. I just think the expectations are so high that we want to get a
Win-
bowl.
win-
Like we want a
win with
bowl.
what you
We
got.
want to solidify our team. Like let's get the pieces we needed. And let's get there. And I think you get one more edge rusher and at least add one offensive lineman to this mix. And because you're already damn near there. You're already damn near at the Super Bowl.
I told him before, we need to get a fucking vet though. I don't need a rookie. I need a vet. I need somebody like Von Miller who's been there, done that you could put on the other side of Von Miller. Because we
is the
don't
cherry
have all
on
this
top.
time to continue waiting to
for
build these guys
Rousseau.
up.
Rousseau might end up being that guy, but
He's not right now.
I need him to be.
You need right
His
now.
potential's
We
so
have a
high.
window.
Yeah, Brandon Graham was like that. He didn't put in an impact for us for like the first couple seasons, and we like almost gave up on
Well,
him.
being behind a guy like Von Miller too, that only helps.
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
It does, but like I said, our window's closing for this team to be as great as they are.
Well, especially you see the way these other AFC teams are.
Yeah,
they're
it's like, do
playing
you
too.
think Denver is going to be that bad again this year? Like, I could never see. You could never. Me personally, I don't know what everybody else thought going into the season. You could have never told me that Denver was going to play out.
I
like
picked
this.
them to win the division.
we damn near
I
all of us
did.
did?
Oh, I thought I was the only one. I'm
No.
like, am I
No.
the only fool?
Well,
Like,
I had the Chargers, I think.
I picked them in my other one too. I picked the Chargers and I picked the fucking Broncos to be the number one. I thought the Chiefs were going to
And then
fall off.
I mean, I thought they were going to be mediocre. Like
all right.
Wait, who?
This guy is.
even
What the hell type of shit are you on today?
I thought they had a chance at.
Hey, watch the clip.
defense
Watch
is
the clip.
great.
All right, I will.
Well, let's
the
go
clip.
back and watch.
I said they'd be like 8-8,
Oh, then you was on. I don't know. What
and I was not on.
smoking the psychedelics.
He was on the.
You were with Aaron Rodgers,
He was
huh?
Aaron Rodgers
I was.
on the YO.
He got the info from the future.
Dude, you know what?
Because I could have never saw that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, I thought they
Speaking
were
of getting info from the future, this is what we need a lot more of our life. So I got a question for you.
What?
Oh.
Are you looking to make the best profit as you possibly can off your sports bets?
come on.
Look no further, Chaos. Betstamp's got you covered. Betstamp is the best sports gambling tool in the game and provides you the best odds in the market from all eligible sports books in your state. For example, usually Mondays we would talk a little bit about Monday Night Football and make a pick for that night. But now NFL season's coming to an end. We got to focus on betting on basketball because who would we be if we didn't bet on nothing, Chaos?
Yeah.
So if you like Steph Curry to make over 4.5 3-pointers tonight, why would you bet it at plus 110 on DraftKings rather than plus 124 on FanDuel?
Okay, come on.
That's a $14 payout difference if you put $100 on it. And we know you can't do much with an extra $14 in this day and age, but you could take all the money you could fucking get. Isn't that right, Brennan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, Chaos, that's what we like to call line shopping. And Betstamp is the best place to do that at.
I got a question. Is Betstamps doing a promotion? Because I might put my Super Bowl bet in on there. I haven't used them before.
Whoa.
Betstamp, you can't physically bet your money on there. It tells you where the best odds are with whatever sportsbook shows.
Okay, so it just helps you pick. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to make you the
it's,
most money for your buck.
Oh, yeah. Then that's what's up. I definitely need to do that because I just, yeah.
Little line shopping.
So let me tell you, Betstamp also provides a marketplace where you can follow other good gamblers, unlike us, because we've been this whole playoffs, bro.
We've been swinging and
Listen,
missing.
we make a pick of a week every week, Chaos. Fucking towards the tail end of the regular season, we're killing it. We're on like a 5-week streak.
What?
Since the playoffs hit, fucking.
Well, let me help you out and give you a pick. And everybody's going to hate me. Everybody going to hate me.
Don't
Everybody
say nothing crazy now.
What you got?
It is going to be a little crazy. The Eagles will win the Super Bowl by 8 or more. You heard it here first. 8 or more.
So
Lock it in.
Hey,
So we're gonna
more
have to
than
go
a
to-
touchdown, huh?
We're gonna have to go to Betstamp later on to see where we get the best odds on that. What was it?
8 or
8
more.
point spread. Let's see.
You do the 7.5. That'll get you to 8. So let's.
Hey, respectfully, didn't you tell him you wanted to take the Eagles
Yeah, I was
minus 21?
telling you. You said that the other day. You want to take them?
Only because I've never been able to stand behind an offensive line that's that good. And then when you add in a defensive line, just comes in on rotation and just, bro, they come in fresh. We got like 8 bodies deep that come in fresh. Ndamukong Suh is like the last person on our roster on the D-line rotation. Like, for you to have
says a lot.
Ndamukong Suh as your last
says a lot.
person.
But speaking of fresh, you can follow us on there at TankTalk_pod to see how we're doing and tail our picks of the week. Because we're going to start fresh upcoming in the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, sir.
We got to get on our fucking A game. We got to
Yes,
hit the
sir.
books. And maybe listen to Chaos.
Might
I
have to.
So what are you waiting for? Download Betstamp today and use promo code TANK
TANK.
Yes, sir.
when you sign up to get the best odds in the market and start betting like a pro. So you already said your Super Bowl pick here.
Yeah, my Super Bowl pick is the Eagles, 8 or more, only because I'm not high on Kansas City defense. I'm looking at the corner situation. I'm like, they had to give up Chardavius Ward, who did a good job versus A.J. Brown. But I'm like, okay, so who's going to cover A.J. Brown? You going to put McDuffie, the rookie, on A.J. Brown?
Burn.
Then I'm like, okay, after McDuffie, I honestly don't know who's left. Okay, you got Snead maybe, who kind of got hurt during the game. I don't know, what's his status? Is he going to be back for the Super Bowl?
sure.
Maybe 2 weeks. Okay, so then you put Snead on Devonta. So then who covers Dallas Goedert?
No one.
Who?
No one.
So then
We forgot to mention about that catch.
Hey, what kind of
He
talking
knew
about?
he
the
he
catch
didn't
that
catch
wasn't a catch.
Hey,
We completely
Hey.
went over that.
Honestly, looking at the replay, the catch is kind of a little, like, it's controversy, like what's a catch, what's not. And his knee does hit the ground before the ball actually hits the ground. And from what I know, the ball can't cause a fumble. But you have to keep control, I guess, to complete the whole catch. So the catch is kind of weird. So it's not a catch, but it's damn near close. And for him to get up and do that, I'm going to say San Francisco is dumb as hell. There's no way a receiver is getting up, pumping his fists together to hurry up to the line.
That's definitely not their
cautious. Like,
yeah.
oh wow, well, why is he trying to rush to the line? Maybe he didn't catch the ball.
who would have thought?
But what I'm thinking now is it's time to spread the bread.
Let's go.
There it is. Oh, that's zoomed in too. All right, let's take a look at the early Super Bowl lines.
Oh, shit.
So right now, if you want to get your early
looking right
picks
now?
in,
Wow.
The Kansas City Chiefs are 2-point dogs on WinBet. You get that at -108 if you like that. But then you got the Eagles, -1.5-point favorites on Caesar Sportsbook at -110.
And I think that's the reason. I think the books are opening up with Eagles as 1.5-point favorite because the difference is not the offense. Because you walk into the game and you're like, okay, these two powerhouse offenses. You think the Kansas City offense is that much greater than the Eagles, but Eagles actually led the league in points per game. But I'm not going to down Kansas City offense. So then you say that evens out, and you go, so where is the game going to be won? And you go,
Where?
Can Kansas City stop the Eagles offense? As much as, because you will give the Eagles a bigger chance to stop Kansas City offense with what they have, all pro corners on the outside, the D line or everything. Kansas City doesn't have that. So then you're like, okay, how do they stop the Eagles? And that's the question. I'm like, it takes a big group effort and you banking a lot. If you putting your money on the Chiefs defense,
Praying for you.
I haven't seen them not win a shootout game in the last 4 years.
Oh.
Nah, I'm probably exaggerating, but it
Yeah.
seems
Maybe a
like
little bit.
most
Yeah.
of their games are shootouts.
So then if you're looking at money line, you get if you like the Chiefs, you get them +112 on Bet Rivers, and if you like the Eagles, this is kind of hefty, -125 on Caesars. It's kinda
I'm
up.
surprised we actually opened up as the favorites.
Well, they actually didn't because
Oh yeah, it didn't open up as a
it
favorite.
flipped like an hour later. Yeah,
it
because
did.
the Chiefs were actually the favorite to start off. But then if you're looking at the total points as of right now, you're looking for the over 49.5 at -108 on WinBet. And if you like the under, you get that at 50 points, -110 on DraftKings.
50 points.
I think I know where I'm leaning, but
Where's that?
I can't say out loud.
And why?
He doesn't want to offend me.
No, 'cause, I mean, if you want me to say it, I'm actually leaning Eagles right now.
Sheesh.
I couldn't
What?
say it.
'Cause I don't want no one to get any speculation like, oh, well, you were on them. Like, I got 2 weeks, bro. Let me figure this
Yeah.
shit out.
Patrick
That is
Mahomes
true.
with this 2 weeks scares me with his injury.
Yeah.
But then I'm
Yeah.
like, sad to say it, but I'm gonna just be real about it. I hope our D line re-aggravates it. Any less mobility,
Jeez.
that's what we need. If
Hey,
he
there's
can't
only
run-
one game left, right?
If he
Another
can't
play
run from
for
us,
us.
it's over.
So we got the Super Bowl 57 coming up. Randall, if you want to pull a graphic up, 'cause I can't remember if we did earlier or not. Super Bowl
What?
57 in Glendale, Arizona. Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Should be a good game.
Hey, making history.
What?
Oh,
History.
Boom! Right in your face.
Why is it so fucking big?
I know why. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
pause.
Would it be crazy to say that if we lost to the Chiefs, I wouldn't be mad because I love Andy Reid still,
And you know he wants to win that shit, too.
and I
just
still feel
for
like
that
Yeah.
reason.
I still feel
Just
like
'cause.
we did them dirty. We kicked them out after one bad season. I still remember it. I will never forget it from my childhood.
Wow.
Anybody got any tissues, man?
Yeah. For Chip
Um,
Kelly.
But hey,
What?
history in the making. This is a historic Super Bowl. First Super Bowl where there's 2 black starting quarterbacks. So
Hell yeah.
shout out.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Shout out. So yeah. We know your thoughts on the game, obviously. How do you
Actually,
feel? And
more than that is 2 black quarterbacks. What needs to be mentioned in the underlying story is it's 2 mobile quarterbacks in the Super Bowl because the NFL
That
is trending
also.
towards mobility.
which
Yes.
you kind of mentioned with the whole Trey Lance and the Niners thing, too.
Yeah, I feel like you really can't run the Lamar offense with Trey Lance, and I think the NFL is starting to learn that we need to go back to more power running football. It's actually working.
Can't
Back to
disagree
the
with you there.
basics.
Can't disagree with you there. So yeah, we know your pick. We know how you feel. How does it feel? You got all that off your chest on a fucking platform
It
everybody
feels
listens
good,
to.
But honestly, I don't feel like I'm not satisfied. As an
Uh-oh.
Eagles fan, I'm not satisfied because I looked at the whole NFC and I said, there's only 2 good teams, the 49ers and the Cowboys. And then we didn't get to play them Cowboys, and then we don't get to play the 49ers at full strength. So then I'm like, I don't even know how good we are because could we have competed in the
And
AFC?
Now KFC, fucking KC.
What? We know where your head's at.
Hungry, bro. I'm getting hungry.
Wow.
KC, they had a tough schedule. They barely made it out of some games.
Yeah.
So they've played some
So I feel
competition.
like
they might be ready to
battle
roll.
tested, and we not really battle tested. It's like, come
You
on.
haven't anybody to battle you, though. Look
Exactly.
at the 49ers. We're looking like the
Like,
team that was just
If
gonna
I was
run
to
it.
tell you the Giants was going to be the fourth best team in the NFC, like we all would have said the NFC was trash, but they literally were.
But the Giants
Yeah.
were beating teams, though.
They were.
The Giants were no slouch.
Hey, that's just coaching.
Yeah. The Giants
Wild.
were no slouch. Saquon came back better than ever.
Through coaching.
Coaching was
Speaking
great.
of fighting, is there anything for Dill's fighting words this week? We got
What?
anything? And no
Hey,
updates?
nothing good going on this weekend. There's a card, but it's kind of crap. It's Derek Lewis versus
Bro.
Spivak.
Why you keep sleeping on the black? Is he done?
I'm not
Derek
sleeping.
Lewis?
He's been sleeping. He's got knocked
shit.
out like 3 times. He's been knocked out like 3 times in a row. So
Damn, bro. What happened? What happened?
hey, he started getting paid and said, "Fuck it, I don't need to fight." And,
Basically.
he's just done.
Shit happens.
He's a heavyweight, man. It's either kill or be killed. And the next week is going to be a fucking firefight.
We'll get to that next week. How about that?
That's going to be a card.
Chaos, we really appreciate you coming in.
Well, I appreciate coming. I asked to come. I got granted my wish.
There you
Hey,
go.
might have to bring him back on after the Super Bowl, depending
Yeah,
on what
we'll
happens.
see.
Oh,
We'll
man.
see.
I did say that if we lost to the 49ers that I would still come.
Yeah, he
So-
did
Oh,
say
I was
that.
surprised. He
He
told
did
me. He
say
said
that.
Chaos said he would come. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about
I
that.
would have
be
came. I would have
flaky.
ate all my words. I would have sat here and laughed and looked stupid that our offensive line got mauled. And
Can't when you got Lane Johnson. You can't when
Yeah.
you got Lane Johnson.
Did he shoot up steroids? No, let me stop. I don't know. I'm bring that conversation.
That's Dylan's
up again.
favorite conversation.
He might.
That's
I,
Dylan's favorite
I
combo.
think it's gonna be a tarnish of his career, being an Eagles fan or not. I love Lane, but I think people gonna bring up the fact that he had the little PED skin.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did.
That's why
Oh,
he might
okay,
be as
well,
shredded as he is.
All right,
Well, that makes sense.
I didn't want
makes
to.
sense. It all adds up
kept
now.
that under wraps to the end of the show.
That's definitely your boy now.
That is my
Yeah.
I did not know Lane was juicing to it. That's
he
my
got
fucking
He
guy.
got suspended for like 5 games one year
Oh, shit.
or
Wow.
whatever.
Hey, we're Fly Eagles Fly on Super
Let's
Bowl
go.
weekend, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Lane
Well,
Johnson, Lane Juicing.
we updated. Lane Juice. We updated the YouTube. We are now Tank Talk Podcast. You can find us on there. Easier to look up.
Let's go.
Sir.
Hard to find out, but
Yeah, we're tired of
Found
fucking
out the
finding
hard way.
videos about actual tanks.
literally, and fucking fishbowl, fish tanks. Literally, when you look up Tank Talk, that's what pops up. That's why we're trying to get into the algorithm, set this shit straight, and keep it moving.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Let's go.
we are running a giveaway on
What?
our socials at Tank Talk _pod.
Uh-huh.
Can win a free jersey.
Free jersey.
Right in
All
time
you
for
gotta
the Super
do-
Bowl.
Lane Johnson,
Could be.
Travis Kelsey.
Whatever player
What?
you want.
Let's go.
Could be
Wow,
fucking
whatever
Jackson
player you
Mahomes.
want.
I ain't get no.
Maybe
ain't get-
Juju.
No.
No.
No? Okay.
Hey,
Well-
Chaos, you got to enter and win, man.
Yeah.
So all you gotta
I
do
need
is
a
just-
Hassan Reddick jersey.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, enter the contest. You're more than welcome.
Like, sub, and subscribe.
There you go. Boom.
Hey,
welcome to
go.
plugging us in. So yeah, go to our socials at Tank Talk _pod. Both posts are pinned to our account. All you gotta do, if you're on Instagram, you gotta like, comment, tag 2 friends, post
What?
on your story. First and foremost, you gotta subscribe to the channel. Once we get to 125 subs, we will announce the winner. Then you can head over to Twitter. All you gotta do is retweet with the hashtag Tank Talk and tag 2 friends. Simple as that. So that being said, we shall see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Woohoo!